Yo, it's your boy Ace back with another video, and I'm not gonna lie, this is like gonna be the most funniest commentary I have ever had to post, because there's gonna be two commentary videos. I don't know if I'm gonna post them back to back, but just know that if this one's gonna be a story, while the other one's gonna be a story also. But what was it? So I've actually done my first casting in college. First casting, I cast a Call of Duty tournament, and not gonna lie, that had to be probably one of the most hilarious moments of my life. Like, you would have thought that I was like failing so hard, which, to be honest, it wasn't bad. Like, the person that I was like that was being my observer, that would help me, like, like observe the players and stuff to help me cast. He said I did a pretty good job, so I was kind of happy that I did a good job. But I'm gonna be so real with you, I did terrible. Like, to my standards, I did straight up booty, like straight up buns. Like, I'm telling you, like, I bet you one of you guys could do better, because I'm telling you, I completely failed. Well, I didn't say failed, but it's like I could have done a better job. Like, I was caught, like, don't even wrong, I was being a good caster. Like, I was casting stuff and giving it great information, being play by play, trying to be funny. But still, even with that, I was just being so like just so buns, which I also, literally crazy enough, as I'm recording this, literally a couple of hours ago, I did a Rocket League, like literally, this was like a Rocket League tournament that, like, what was it? My coach hosted, and I was casting that like a boss, to be honest. Like, I was doing it so perfect, to the point where literally you would have thought like you would have thought that I was just going crazy. Like, I was casting it to the T. I was giving some amazing information, and then we were just being. It was fun, and I think I did a really good job at that. That one was like a really big step in the game. But I'm gonna just tell you how the story of how I like, because really it's not really a story of how I became a caster. But I bet like everybody's probably wondering, like, what the freak, when did you start casting stuff, and where can I watch it? Well, what was it? So first of all, I started casting. Well, I didn't really start casting at all, but since I started college, in my college, there's a program to where it's like an esports program, which I do plan to do which I've already done some esports, but I think I want to start recording. I might want to record my games for the esports, because I might want to post them as videos. So you might see videos posted from, esports games that I play in. But what was it? I wanted to, like, do casting also, because I always loved casting. Like, to be honest, I always love people who call me such a big yapper, and I was like, bro, I'm not a yapper in my eyes, but I'm only yap with people that I'm actually cool with, of course. So truly, I was sitting there and I was like, yeah, I want to be. So when I first got to the coach, when I first met him, like, on the first day of school, I was like, yeah, I want to do casting and blah blah blah. I was telling him all the stuff I wanted to do, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like, we always need casters, and we always need people to cast our games." And I was like, "Okay, bet, would love to do it." So I told him the schedule, and I told him that college, and usually I was casting a Call of Duty tournament, which happens on a that usually happens on like a Monday. So I was like, not a Monday, my bad, on a Friday. So I was like, okay, that's cool, that's fine with me. So I was like, okay, bet. So the person that I would use, like, usually the person that's running the Call of Duty tournaments is this coach called Coach Bins. He's usually the person that I have to, like, go to for the Call of Duty tournaments to cast and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So what was it? The first week happened. So, like, crazy enough, I'm starting off the first week of school. Like, the first couple of weeks of school happened, and of course we didn't have like an actual season yet. But like the first week of the season happens, and we didn't, like, dead set. The people, like, people were forfeiting already. Like, I was having people forfeiting like crazy, and I was just sitting there, just like, bro, why is everybody forfeiting? Why does nobody want me to let me, like, cast them? I felt like I was gonna be a curse or like a burden to people, right? But what was it? I was like, after realizing it, I was just like, okay, it's fine. I can start, like, get ready, right? So the first, like, on Monday is Apex tournaments I cast. I usually cast on Mondays. I usually cast the Apex tournaments. Next thing you know, I figured out that, crazy enough, the Apex tournaments, They just didn't like each other and just disbanded their own team. I was like, okay, bro, really? Are you serious right now? You're telling me you disbanded your own team because y'all didn't like each other? So I was like, okay, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. So I was like, okay. I was like, it's fine. Doesn't really matter. After Be Aware, I spent like a good 2 days trying to figure out like like people who are playing in the tournament, people I can like find. And I'm telling you, I couldn't find nothing. Cause people don't like, I don't know why. Cause the esports pro, like esports in general, is like really it's trying to grow when it comes to the college field. So it's like you can't really find like esports tournaments and like in the like college scene or really like that. But you can find a good bit. Like the people are trying to grow. People are really trying to grow a lot when it comes to it. So even with that, after I couldn't caster that one, I actually, again, I don't know if I already said this, but on Tuesday I play on a Fortnite team, which again I would try to, like, I streamed it. So if you haven't been to my streams, truly I'm telling you right now, go be in my streams because I dead set do be streaming them, which I'll put the stream link in the description below, and I'll have like probably a picture up here but like pop up like showing like my channel, like where I stream from. So usually I would usually stream them instead of like, record them, but I might start downloading the recording so I can start, posting them as videos. But and then on Wednesday I don't cast nothing. Thursdays I cast, I think, I'm trying to think, I think I cast Rocket League, and then Friday I do Call of Duty. So Rocket League, of course, so when Thursday came out, Rocket League, they of course they for like the people that they had to go against forfeited, so I was like, okay, that's fine. And then Call of Duty came up. I was so ready. I was prepared, and the day came, and I'm like, and I'm casting. I'm like, of course, I got information that I was like, okay. Of course, I was getting information that could really help me, and I was like, okay, what could really help me here? I was like, okay, what was the rules? Because be aware, I played, like, people may ask, like, have you played Call of Duty before? I have played Call of Duty, but the last time I played Call of Duty was like Call of Duty Ghosts. Like, I haven't played Call of Duty since like the OG Call of Duty days. So like we're on Black Ops 7. I don't know. Like, of course, do I play Call of Duty Mobile? Yes, but still, again, I don't play like modern day Call of Duty. I barely even played Warzone, and even if I did, I played Warzone Mobile. And be aware, I played like a literal, like, you may think I'm joking, but I played like a singular game. Like, I did not play Warzone for more than a day. Like, one singular game of mobile, and that's it. But Apex, I did play a lot of Apex Mobile a lot because I actually enjoyed Apex on mobile. I think what makes it so confusing on a keyboard and mouse is that, like, to be honest, I never really understood a lot when it came to on like keyboard and mouse. That's why I don't really play it as much. But I still tried it. Like, I still gave it a shot, and I wasn't not gonna try it all because it still seemed fun to do. But even with that, it was still a fun thing to do because I think casting is such amazing thing. So that's why I always wanted to cast. But even with that, continue back into the story. Like, what was it? The game starts, and I'm like, okay, we're casting. I'm going through it. I'm saying, I literally start off it like this. Hello. I was like, good morning, good evening, and good night, my fellow players, my fellow peoples. Today is another day of Call of Duty. And trust and believe, you can tell I'm trying to put all my energy into this, and I'm trying to make sure I'm not leaving it with a dull moment, because the coach is like, look, here's what's gonna happen. Because he didn't really get straight down to business. Like, we were joking around a little bit. We were like, like, we cried. I was cracking some funny jokes, trying to be funny, trying to seem like a like, trying to seem like a cool dude. But he was like, this is what's gonna happen. It's like, look, I'm gonna start stream, and I'm gonna go on death. I'm gonna start stream, and then I'm gonna let you just do your thing. And I'm like, okay, bet. And so he started stream. He says, okay, I started stream. That's all you. And then I was like, okay, good morning, good evening. I was like, I gave a good intro, but then I was like, I'm trying to make sure I not leave it with a dull moment. So I'm like, okay, it's time to just pull out the information that I learned. And I was like, okay. And so I'm telling people about, like, oh, new roster changes, about this, that. And so it's going good. Like, I'm giving my best to cast, because be aware, I don't know BO7. I don't play Call of Duty Black Ops 7, so I don't really know all the crazy changes and stuff. So as I'm casting it, I'm doing my best to cast a lot of things. But Call of Duty tournaments are so wild. Like, I'm telling you so facts. Like, there's so many things happening in a Call of Duty tournament. It makes me confused about what's going on. Because being so serious, There's always like this, you're casting one thing, or even if you try to give like, information, like there's never a grace period. The grace period is if like everybody hasn't already killed each other already and you're just sitting there like hoping that they didn't kill each other already. Because there's like literally there was never a grace period, so it was so hard to cast. But be aware, I don't watch Call of Duty tournaments at all. Like I'm gonna be real, I never like I knew Call of Duty tournaments exist. I just didn't like I didn't think they would be so hectic. And of course, in the Call of Duty tournament, they're playing Hardpoint, they're playing Search and Destroy, and they're playing Overload. Now, be aware, I thought Search and Destroy would be like a Valorant match, like you get the first couple of kills, like of course, I know it'd be a lot more sliding and a lot more stuff, but still, literally, they didn't even put people. When I'm telling you that they didn't even plant, like when I'm watching them play, they barely plant that bomb down. I'm being so serious. I don't think that bomb has been planted once. It was so good. Like not gonna lie, I could barely tell if the bomb was even being planted sometimes. I was like, dog, they don't plant the bomb at all. They really do not care for that bomb. So I was like, even with that, I'm like, okay, I'm still trying my best to cast everything. Cause I'm like, cause it's still different to me to cast. It's still different to me to cast all that stuff. So as I'm casting, I'm still, giving my best to give off like crazy info, still trying to be play by play. And then next thing you know, as it's going on, we end up finishing, like my team end up the team that like the school I go to, their team end up winning. And crazy enough, this is where it gets super funny to me because like as I'm casting, I'm like, okay, I don't know when he's gonna end stream, by the way, because he's deafened. I'm casting by myself. There's nobody else casting with me. So as I'm casting, I'm like, okay. So as I see the match and I'm trying to give like some, because I usually know when I see people like Valorant casters, they usually do like they always do like a quick like quick summary of the players, be like, oh yeah, this player is MVP, only if they did this and that. Like they usually give like a quick summary, but no, he did not do this. I gave like a quick summary and I said GG's and he thought like, oh, he was gonna end stream. Next thing you know, as I start to ramble more, he says I end stream. He had to like he was panicking. He was like, I end stream. And I was like, what? What? Like I started panicking. And I'm like, yo, bro, I look so dumb. I look so dumb casting. God damn. I look so like I look dumb casting. I'm over here like, yeah, like I'm about to start rambling again because I don't know when he's gonna end stream, but he had to literally like pressure me, say, yo, I end stream. So I'm just laughing. I'm like, okay, man, my bad. But then he tells me like, he says I did pretty good. He said I didn't do bad, but he was like, hey, next time watch a lot of Call of Duty, like actual like the Call of Duty League, and I'll probably understand more about the tournaments. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Which, be aware, as I'm recording this video, I probably watched one, kind of. I think I don't kind of remember. I'm not gonna lie. I've been doing like 50 other things to be honest. So if I didn't, I'll probably watch one before. Like I'll probably watch one when I'm at school or something like that. But even with that, otherwise that casting has been super fun. I've been enjoying it. I've been loving it, and also playing these tournaments. I've been loving it. Also, truly, like right now in my Fortnite tournaments, we are like literally we're on pace to qualify for semifinals, but we're trying so hard to like make it to the finals. It's so difficult because not gonna lie, I don't know if my teammate will ever see these videos, but truly he's a good player. Like I can see the potential in him, but it's like it's a very huge gap, and I understand, like, don't get me wrong, like it's okay not to be like very competitive oriented, and like I can understand if you haven't been like into competitive that much, but it's like when you play in a tournament, it's like I would want to get better. Like if you put me in a tournament, I'm gonna want to get better for my teammate. And it's like the one thing, like to me, I grew up both ways, where it was like I'm a very understanding person. So if you have like other things going on with your life where you have to do all this extra stuff and all that, I'm like, I would fully understand that. But at the same time, I've been taught and grown up to where it's like, if you're gonna put your mind to something, you gotta put your mind to it, which That's my advice I give to people like every single day. If you truly want something, if you want to truly put your mind to something, do it. It's like, yes, your way of being consistent is consistency, but you have to make sure you don't like, you gotta sometimes like, you sometimes gotta like tell yourself like, yo, you're not doing this right. Like, even with my YouTube, sometimes I feel like I'm not being consistent enough with my YouTube, but I realize like, to be honest, I try to at least, I don't wait on like every 2 weeks to post. I try to post like at least once a week, and even if it's not once a week, I try to post like at least more than once a month, because before I was posting like practically once every blue moon, but now you see my schedule, I've been getting videos out more better, which is crazy enough. And I think it's been a very long time goal of mine, and I think another long time ago of mine is to literally get this channel to 100 subscribers. Like, I really hope 100 subscribers, and then 200, then 300, then 400, then 500, then 600, 700, 800, until I get to 1K. And then, but truly, like, to me, I always seen this like a hobby, but to me, it's like I love my hobbies, and truly, like, that's why I don't post consistently to the point where it's like I'm posting every single day. Because to be honest, I don't get like, when I mean, if you gotta post every single day, you really have to have a video ready for the next day. Like, after, like, as you're posting a video, you have to already be having another video either almost finished or almost done. And it's like, bro, I couldn't do that. I'm not gonna lie. I could not do that, especially when I was doing that when I was making montages back in the day. Still, like, I would not be able to do that. But still, it's still fun making these YouTube videos for you, and I hope you guys been enjoying them. And for people who always look at my videos and always wonder about what's going on in my life, then hey, I'm glad you guys been enjoying them. But truly, like, he can get better. I know he can get better, but it's just the fact that he kind of, I don't know, he doesn't really put his mind to it. And again, I can understand if he has other things going on with his life, but in the end of the day, it's like, it's up to him how much he wants to grind for him. Because like, in the end of the day, to be honest, like, if it wasn't for, like, I want, like, to be honest, how it all started was that I heard one, like, as I'm coming in to, like, because usually every time I stay later at school to just, play a couple of games, and usually I'll just be playing Valorant. Like, I would never play Fortnite at school. And so, as it's coming today, I'm like chilling there, and I'm like chilling there, and I'm like, oh, yeah, what's up? Like, I'm saying what's up to coach, and this dude was talking about, oh, Fortnite. Like, this dude was saying he was like so excited about playing Fortnite, and I was like, oh yeah, he wants to play Fortnite. I said, okay, yeah, bro. Like, I didn't tell coach about it, but I was like, yeah, bro, if he wants to play Fortnite, then guess what? I'll play Fortnite just for him, because I didn't want coach to have to go off to another campus to play Fortnite and stuff. So I was like, okay, it's fine. It's whatever. So I was like, okay. So after I signed up, it took us a while to get a practice in, but even after I figured out his skill, I was like, yo, it was gonna be a lot of work for me. Because when I mean, this guy is not really, I wouldn't say he's good, he's not bad, but it's like he's in the trenches. Like, he may be able to peek his head out the battlefield, but in the end of the day, he's still in the trenches. So it's like, it's hard to do, like, as a duo, like, as me, it's hard to IGL, frag, and then, because he's just a support. Well, I'd rather IGL and frag and him be a fragger and support, you know what I'm saying? So it's like in the end of the day, it's okay. Like, we're still doing well. Like, as long as we continue to do well we just have to do well for the next tournament tomorrow, which I will be streaming again, and of course, this stream will be in the description below, and I'll have it pop up on the screen right now. But literally, I'm gonna be streaming the tournament. Hopefully we do good. I'm planning, we're gonna do a lot. We're gonna be hardcore focusing on practice on his skill level. I'm gonna make sure he gets better at the game, because in the end of the day, I want to make sure we can get some like, we gotta really pep our step up, because I want to be able to, my goal is, like, to be honest, again, I'm not trying to make it to, like, I'm not, if we end up winning the tournaments, great, that makes me happy. But my main goal is to get to finals, because that tells me, like, yo, I still got it. If I can get to finals, that tells me I still got it, and that's my goal. Semifinals, okay, yeah, cool, I made it to semifinals. That doesn't matter to me. My goal is to make it to finals. So in the end of the day, I'll stream it, have fun. But in the end of the day, I guess I always like to leave my commentary videos with like one short lesson, and my lesson would be like, yo, if you generally want to put your mind up to something, regardless of the situation you're in, then put your mind to it. I understand that life like always throws so many challenges at us, so it's like it's super hard to balance everything. But truly, what makes you motivated to do something is the fact what makes you motivated to do something is how much you want to do it. And truly, if you truly want to do something, trust and believe, you'll be motivated to do it every single day. Like you be like people like you may think I'm crazy, but you can ask my girlfriend. Like she would tell you that like even after school, I'd be coming home getting ready to get like I'd be getting the next Minecraft video ready, the next video ready. I'd be having this stuff ready on my phone, and even if I'm not recording or getting a video posted, I'm preparing, and I'm always like trying to strategize and see how I want to edit my videos, because like again, I want you guys to enjoy my content, even if I don't become a big YouTuber or like a big person that people will be looking at. I still want people that do watch my videos to be like, oh yeah, this dude is such a relatable dude, I love him, you know. So it's like in the end of the day, that'll always be my quote of the day. If you truly want something and if you truly want to grind to be something great, just go for it. Your motivation, the biggest motivation is how much you really want to do it. If you truly really want to do it, you'll be motivated every day. Trust and believe. Like that's really that simple. If you want to become that doctor, you will put in so much time and effort in it, regardless of how long it takes, you know. So that's really that's just really crazy. But still, even though I'm getting better at casting, so I just really want to be like, yo, I want to tell you guys the story of how I want to say I became a caster, but how I started casting. Which, crazy enough, if you were in my stream today, like not as I'm posting this, but as I'm recording this, which is literally, let me see, what day am I recording this at? I'm recording this on February 16th. So if you were in my stream on February 16th, you would know that I was casting, and yes, it was kind of like a duo casting type thing where I was casting with my coach. But to fully be honest, after a while he got burnt out and he was like, yeah, I can't do it anymore. So I was kind of like taking control. Like of course I'll pause to let him like cut in, but it was like I could tell like when it was like a good moment of silence and he wasn't speaking, I was like, okay, I just all me, like I have to do the work here. But truly, it's amazing. It's just amazing to see how Fry became from a person who was just playing games as a kid for fun to a person who's literally turning into a hobby. Like my dream, like I have so much dreams that I want to do in my life that I just can't wait. Like I want to become a game tester. I want to design not design my own game, but design my own characters in the game. I want to become a caster. I want to become an esports. Like I want to play in esports. I want to be on an esports team. Like I want to do this, and I really want to like do all this crazy stuff. But hey, we always, if it's God's plan and if I really put my mind to it, I know I can do it. But in the end of the day, I know I'm not perfect, and I know I'm not the best person in the world. So truly, I just want to say to anybody who always thinks they need to be perfect, in the end of the day, no matter how many times you think about it, you're never gonna be perfect. But what makes you such a perfect person is how much we try to be better each day, and that's what makes us the amazing people we are. So in the end of the day, I just have to say it simple as that. I hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day. I hope everybody had a good New Year's Eve, if I didn't already say that. I hope if you had any birthdays coming up in February or any birthdays that came up in January, I hope you had a good birthday. And to be honest, my college life is going well. Yes, I did start a new set of classes. Like I didn't switch majors, but I didn't like my new set of classes that I have for this month. The teacher is kind of bad at teaching, but in the end of the day, I'm doing my best. Not gonna lie, Goth Math, Chat GPT has been helping me out along the way. So that's all I gotta really say. But on the end of the day, I'm having fun. I love college right now, to be honest. Like I never thought I would be saying that, because I'm a person who usually never likes school. I usually don't like school that much. I'm usually a school hater. Like if you could ask any people that know me, they would know that I never really like school. So hearing the fact that I'm over here enjoying school for the first time is truly remarkable. So, but in the end of the day, I just really want to say it that I hope everybody's having a great day. Whoever is, I hope, again, like I've always said, if you think college is not for you, don't force yourself into it, but try to always do your research at least, because truly I think college could be for people who generally want to make something great with their life and truly have fun. So in the end of the day, I just have to say, hope you're having an amazing day. And yeah, ace out. And thank you for listening to me. I hope you like my yapping sesh, or whatever you like to call it, because I know you guys like to listen to me yap all day. So hope you guys like my yap sesh. Howdy Scouty.